What's up guys, Rampage here again, bringing you today's question of the day. So for today's question, I'm going to be asking you guys, what is your favorite poison type move? Now poison isn't the best type out there, but it does have a few good moves such as Sludge Bomb and Sludge Wave, Poison Jab, Toxic Spikes, but none of those are my favorite poison move. My favorite poison move is Toxic. It's a really good move, it's a real good status to have on your opponent. It's good for stalling, and you've all seen the work that a Toxic Boost Zangoose does when it's poisoned. So leave your answers in the comments below, and let's get started with the battle. What's up guys, Rampage here again, bringing you another Pokemon Wi-Fi battle. Here we have the NU battle against someone who goes by the name of TheRedNinja71 that I found off of Smogon. I'm using that same NU team that I've been using, and my opponent, what I'm really watching out for on my opponent's team is the Absol, just because it can hit really hard, and the Butterfree because it can put something to sleep. Well, I guess the Jump Bluff can as well, so I gotta watch out for those three, and the rest I'm not really worried about. So without further ado, let's get started with this magnificent battle. So I'm going to lead off with my Zangoose because I figured he would lead off with his Butterfree and I could just go for the Protect if he wanted to go for the Sleep Powder. But in fact, he's going to lead off with his Gardevoir. I'm still going to go for the Protect just to get my Toxic Orb and Toxic Boost going for me. And he's actually going to go for the Trick, and that's actually pretty good for me because if he wants to trick me a Choice Scarf, that means I'll be at +1 speed and at +1 attack, and then if he specs, then I could just take him out first turn. Well, this is actually the third turn, but still, you know what I mean. But now he's going to go out into his Absol after I take out his Gardevoir. I don't want to take a Sucker Punch from this thing, so I'm going to switch out into my Tangela, and he's actually just going to go for the Superpower, so I could have stayed in with Zangoose and just taken this thing out with a Facade as well. Oh well. But I'm going to go out into my Tangela knowing that I can take hits from this thing pretty easily. I'm hoping that he doesn't set up a Swords Dance anytime soon, and just in case he does, I'm going to go for the Sleep Powder just to put this thing to sleep, so I don't have to worry about this thing setting up on me and just becoming a huge problem. So he's going to switch out now. I'm going to predict the switch, go for the Hidden Power Ice as he goes out into his Butterfree, and that's nice because it's going to do around 30% to this Butterfree. Not that much, but it's still a reasonable chunk. Not wanting to take a Bug Buzz, I'm going to switch out. I'm going to go out into my Zangoose thinking that he might go for the Sleep Powder. But in fact, he's just going to go for the Quiver Dance, which is not good because Zangoose is pretty frail, and I don't think I could take a +1 Bug Buzz from this Butterfree. So that's pretty much going to force me to switch out. I'm going to go out into my Camerupt because Camerupt should be able to take a hit from this Butterfree pretty easily because I do resist the Bug Stab. But that Bug Buzz is actually going to do a nice chunk to my Camerupt. It almost does half, so I'm thinking that this thing might actually be Tinted Lens. I know he's at +1, but I have max special defense and max HP, so I really didn't think a Bug Buzz, a resisted Bug Buzz would do that much to my Camerupt. But anyway, he's going to go for the Stun Spore now, and I'm just going to roar him out because I don't want to deal with that Butterfree. And I'm actually hoping that I can set up my Stealth Rocks while I'm in with my Camerupt because that Butterfree will be taking a lot from the Stealth Rocks. But I'm going to get paralyzed on the turn. I was going to go for my Stealth Rocks as he goes out into his Floatzel, and I obviously don't want to take a Waterfall from this thing. So I'm going to switch out into my Tangela, but my opponent's going to predict the switch into the Tangela. It was pretty obvious, but I really couldn't stay in with my Camerupt. He's going to go for the Ice Beam, and now I'm going to switch out again because I don't want to have my Tangela dead at that moment. So I'm going to go out into my Wartortle because Wartortle should be able to take hits from this thing, even though that Crunch does do a nice chunk to my Wartortle. Anyway, I believe I'm just going to go for the Scald. I don't know why, because it's the only thing I really had to hit the Floatzel. But he's going to bring out his, this guy, this Drifblim. He's going to go for the Thunderbolt. And that's not going to do too much because I am very specially defensive with the Eviolite. And I'm going to go for the Ice Beam. That's not going to do much either. So, yeah, this isn't pretty good for me. But I'm going to switch out now. I'm going to go out into my Ampharos because I'm thinking Ampharos should be able to take hits from this thing pretty easily, because I do have a lot of bulk. And then I could just kill this thing with a Thunderbolt or a Volt Switch. But he's actually going to set up a Calm Mind. And now he's going to hit me with a Shadow Ball. I'm thinking that this shouldn't do too much, and it doesn't do too much, but he is going to unfortunately get a special defense drop. I'm going to go for the Volt Switch, hoping that this thing will take it, hoping that the Volt Switch will take this thing out. And because of the Calm Mind, I'm not going to be able to take out the Drifblim, so I'm going to Volt Switch out into my Zangoose, who I know can take this thing out with a Shadow Claw. And that's what I'm going to proceed to do right here. I'm going to go for the Shadow Claw, take out this Drifblim, hoping that it doesn't have Aftermath. But of course it has Aftermath, so that sucks. But I don't have to deal with the Drifblim anymore. So now he's going to go out into his Floatzel again because Floatzel obviously outspeeds my Zangoose. I have no priority on it, so I'm going to have to switch out. I'm going to go out into my Wartortle. He's going to probably predict to switch out into my Tangela, and that's why he went for Ice Beam, which is fine. I'm just hoping that my Wartortle can take a crunch, but it can't, so that's whatever. And I'm just going to be able to get a safe switch into my Pinsir. And I believe I'm just going to go for the X Scissor because if he wanted to bring in Butterfree, I was just hoping that I'd have enough to 2-hit KO Butterfree. Have enough? I was hoping that I'd be able to 2-hit KO Butterfree. But I'm not able to take the Floatzel out with the X Scissor, which is unfortunate because I won't get a Moxie Boost. And now he's going to bring out his Butterfree. And I don't want to be Stun Spored, so I'm going to go out into my Camerupt. I knew what his name was, to absorb the Stun Spore because I'm already paralyzed. I could roar him out again if he wants to set up a Quiver Dance, or I could set up Stealth Rocks. I could do whatever. He's actually going to go for a Quiver Dance again, and I believe I'm going to go for the Paralysis. I'm going to get paralyzed right there, so that's unfortunate. But I think I was just going to go for the Roar, I think, on that turn. But anyway, he's going to go for the Bug Buzz now, and I know I can take one because I saw how much it did before. I'm going to go for the Roar this time for sure because I don't want that thing in at +1. So I'm going to roar him out into his Absol, and I'm thinking, okay, I can finally set up my Stealth Rocks, or I'm hoping I can. And I am able to set up my Stealth Rocks, which is nice because now the Butterfree will be worn down quite a lot. And this Absol is just burning some sleep, so I'm going to go out into my Tangela, and and he wakes up this turn. Okay, I was about to say I don't think he wakes up this turn, but he does. He goes for the Sucker Punch, and now he's going to go for the Night Slash, and I think I went for the Sleep Powder again, but I missed, which is very unfortunate. He's going to go for the Night Slash again, and I think I go for the Giga Drain this turn. Yeah, I go for the Giga Drain just to try and get some HP back from this Absol, but that doesn't do too much, and I really can't stay in, so I'm going to switch out. I'm going to go out into my Ampharos's Death Father, I guess. I don't know why I went out into this as Death Father. I guess is the only guy I really wanted to die, maybe, possibly. So yeah, I'm going to go out to Ampharos's Death Father so I can go back out into my Tangela, get the Regenerator HP recovery, so I know I can take a hit from this thing, and I believe I'm just going to go for the Giga Drain to take out this Absol, so yeah, now I don't have to deal with this thing. So now he's going to go back out into his Butterfree, and I think I'm just going to stay in and go for the Sleep Powder. No, I'm going to switch out because I think that my Tangela is still useful in some way. But he's going to go for the Quiver Dance again. I should have just stayed in and went for the Sleep Powder now that I'm looking back at it, because if he took out my Butterfree, then I could have just went out into my Zangoose to take this thing out. But anyway, I'm going to go out into my Camerupt. I'm pretty sure I can just go for a Lava Plume or something, or that's what I'm thinking to do, or something like that. I don't know what I'm thinking now. So yeah, I am going to go for the Lava Plume because it's super effective, but he is at +1 special defense because of the Quiver Dance, so it's not going to be able to take him out, which is unfortunate, and he's just going to be able to take me out with another Bug Buzz. So looking back at it, I definitely should have slept this Butterfree with my Tangela. I don't think I put another one of his guys to sleep, so I don't know. But now I can just go out into my Pinsir. I am Scarf, so I'm thinking I should be able to outspeed this Butterfree, go for the Stone Edge, take this thing out, and now I don't have to deal with this annoying Butterfree anymore. I do get a Moxie Boost, and his last guy is a Jumpluff. I can just take this thing out with a Stone Edge as well if I hit, and I am able to hit this Stone Edge, which is nice. And if I didn't hit, I still have my Zangoose, and I don't think he really would have subseeded me to death too much. Well, he could have because I was also toxic. But anyway, rambling. Hope you guys enjoyed this NU battle. It was really fun. I really enjoyed it, and yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about that. So yeah, if you did enjoy, please push that like button. Also leave a comment. I do enjoy reading your comments, and I will see you guys in the near future. Thank you for watching, and this is your host, Rampage here, signing out. Hope you all have a wonderful day. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. I don't know why the video is still going now. Anyway, peace out.